Deborah Aldridge now. And DA, welcome in. I know you don't actually have the final answer to that question, but can you give us the latest on Melo and whether or not he'll be in Denver this season?
Well, I mean, he'll be in Denver to start the season, maybe, in all likelihood. I don't think he'll be there at the end of the season, but, you know, that 14 trade is dead. I wrote about that on Monday on NBA.com, that the trade collapsed over the weekend. You know, the Nuggets were looking for additional players from New Jersey to take to get under the luxury tax and to get some tax relief. And Jersey was willing to do that to a degree, but they didn't want to take on 3 or 4 guys just to get Carmelo Anthony. So that trade is gone. So now they have they have to move to Plan B, whatever that is. Now there are other teams that might be able to accommodate Denver in one way or another. Cleveland would like to get involved in this trade, I know. Remember, they have that big salary cap exception for the LeBron trade, sign and trade, so they can take on salary. The problem is obviously, Carmelo wouldn't be going to Cleveland; he'd be going somewhere else. So that's another scenario, but it'll take time to build that potential trade, just like it took time to do this one.
Well, I guess we'll stand by, and I know you'll be standing by that phone in case we need you, because it could come at any minute.
That's right.
Hey, let's shift gears now. Midnight and the Garden of Arenas. That's where I want to go next. Hey, the Midnight Madness in Washington had to be a lot of fun. I know you were there. Talk to us about that and Gilbert Arenas and his future with Washington, their future together.
Well, it's the beginning. Everybody says the right things on media day and the first day of camp, and Gilbert looks great. I mean, by all indications, he is in fantastic shape. He finished their conditioning test in 42 seconds. He was the first, by far the fastest guy. Looked great in conditioning. He's got explosion again in his legs after that knee surgery, the last knee surgery 2 years ago. So he looks great, and now the question is, obviously, everybody wants to know if he can play with John Wall. I mean, I've said this all along, Mark. I know you're tired of hearing me say it, but I think they can play together. It's up to Gilbert to make it work, and I think it can work, and they can be helpful to one another. But the Wizards' problems are not just that. They have some size up front, but they have very little thickness up front with proven guys. So that's going to be their problem, as I see it, is really scoring inside and stopping other people from scoring inside.
No, and I think, obviously, though, a lot of folks are going to be watching Gilbert and to see how he fares when the season gets underway. Okay, we can't let you go without asking you about what's going on in South Beach. I don't know that there's anything new, but it's like we're contractually obligated to talk about the Heat at some point with everybody we talk to. So your thoughts on what's going on there as they get underway?
Well, certainly, it looks like LeBron is in very, very serious mode now and wants to start paying everybody back, as he says, for having the slightest criticism of this offseason, But, hey, look, again, you talk to people around the league, all hype aside, this is going to be an extremely difficult team to guard. I mean, in the extreme. I just don't know how you're going to be able to do it. I think their approach, talking about defense, is a good one because they do have the athletic ability to really be disruptive defensively and cause lots of turnovers and get and score in transition, which, can be a real strength of this team. And so it's going to be up to Eric Spoelstra, I think, just to figure out the best way to utilize all of these talents on offense to keep everybody happy. I mean, everybody talks about, what we'll sacrifice and we'll share the ball. But I've been talking to a lot of people the last few days around the league, and everybody has the same question. That's all good. But when there's 9 seconds left in the game and the game is tied, who are you drawing the play up for? That's what people want to know. And that's what we're going to find out, about how much this thing is going to work.
Well, DA, when there's breaking news, we know who we draw the play up for. Hey, appreciate it as always, man. Looking forward to a great season ahead working with you again.
I appreciate it. Same here.